So hey, what's up guys, this is AK, and you're watching my YouTube channel AKM. So guys, welcome back to a brand new tips and tricks video. So guys, have you ever watched a really good player and wondered how they always seem to make the right decision? They don't always have the best aim, the fastest reflexes, or the most expensive device. In many cases, what separates them from everyone else is simply their game sense. They know when to fight, when to wait, where to position themselves, and how to avoid making small mistakes that cost most players their matches. The interesting part is that these habits are rarely talked about. Experienced players use them so naturally that they don't even realize they're doing them anymore. So in today's video, I'm going to share 10 PUBG Mobile tips and tricks that can genuinely improve your gameplay. These aren't flashy tricks that only work once. These are practical habits you can start using in every classic or ranked match. If you apply them consistently, you'll win more fights, survive longer, and make much smarter decisions throughout the game. So make sure you watch until the end because every single tip is useful. Before we jump into the tips, I want to say one thing. Some of these tips might sound very basic, and you may even think, I already know this. But here's the truth, the players with the strongest fundamentals are usually the most consistent players in PUBG Mobile. Flashy movement and crazy sprays look impressive, but they're built on solid basics. A player with excellent fundamentals will almost always outperform a player with better mechanics but poor habits. So don't ignore these tips just because they seem simple. Master the basics first, and everything else becomes much easier. Now, without wasting any more time, let's get started. Tip number 1, never stand still while shooting. One of the most common mistakes players make is planting their feet the moment they start firing. The second you stop moving, you become much easier to hit because your opponent only has to control recoil. They don't need to track your movement anymore. Instead, keep making small left and right movements while spraying. Don't move so much that it ruins your own aim, but move enough to make yourself a difficult target. This becomes even more important during close-range fights. A player with average aim but good movement can often beat someone with better aim who's standing completely still. The goal is to make your enemy work harder to keep their crosshair on you while you continue landing your shots. Tip number 2, always fight from cover. Whenever a fight is about to start, quickly look around and identify the nearest piece of cover. It could be a rock, a tree, a broken wall, a vehicle, or even a small ridge. Good players almost never choose to fight in the open unless they have absolutely no other option. Let's say you're fighting behind a rock. Don't keep exposing your whole body while reloading or healing. Stay crouched behind the rock, finish reloading or healing safely, then peek only when you're ready to shoot again. The less time you're visible, the harder it is for enemies to damage you. Cover also gives you the freedom to reset the fight if things don't go your way. Instead of trying to out-aim everyone, let the cover do part of the work for you. Tip number 3, reload before the next fight. This sounds simple, but it wins more fights than people realize. A lot of players eliminate one enemy and immediately rush toward the next one without checking how many bullets are left in their magazine. Imagine you're using a Vector, or Tommy gun. You win your first fight, then instantly push another enemy with only 10 bullets remaining. Halfway through the spray, your weapon runs dry, and now you're stuck reloading while your opponent is still shooting. That's an easy fight to lose. So after every engagement, make it a habit to quickly reload whenever it's safe. A full magazine allows you to focus entirely on your aim instead of worrying about running out of bullets in the middle of another fight. Tip number 4, stop using the same strategy every match. One of the biggest differences between average players and experienced players is adaptability. If an aggressive push isn't working, don't keep repeating it. Slow the fight down. If an enemy is holding a corner and your first peek gets you heavily damaged, don't challenge from that exact same angle again. They've already pre-aimed that position. Instead, rotate to a different side, use another entrance, or wait for a better opportunity. Every match is different. Your enemies are different, your weapons are different, the terrain changes, and the circle changes too. The players who consistently win aren't the ones following one strategy every game. They're the ones who adjust their decisions based on what's happening around them. Tip number 5, learn when not to shoot. Just because you see an enemy doesn't mean you should immediately fire. Sometimes waiting for a few extra seconds gives you a much better opportunity. For example, if you spot someone running across an open field toward a compound, don't always shoot the moment you see them. If you wait until they're farther away from cover, they'll have fewer options to escape. Another example is when two squads are already fighting each other. Instead of revealing your own position immediately, let both teams damage each other first. Once they're distracted, low on health, or reviving teammates, that's often the perfect time to attack. Before shooting, always ask yourself a few simple questions. Do I have cover? Can another squad hear these shots? Is this fight actually worth taking? Good players don't shoot because they can. They shoot because the situation gives them an advantage. Tip number 6, prepare your loadout properly. Your loadout should prepare you for every situation, not just one type of fight. Always carry grenades. Frag grenades can force enemies out of cover, stop revives, or clear small buildings before you push. Smoke grenades are just as important. They can help you revive teammates safely, rotate through open ground, or block an enemy's line of sight. Your weapon combination also matters. Instead of carrying two weapons that do the same job, choose a balanced setup. For example, pairing an M416 or August with a Umper DBS allows you to fight comfortably at both long range and close range. A good loadout means you're ready no matter what kind of fight the next zone brings. Tip number 7, don't loot for too long. Many players spend far too much time searching every room hoping to find the perfect attachment. Meanwhile, other squads are already rotating into stronger positions. Once you have reliable weapons, enough ammunition, healing supplies, and decent attachments, stop looting. From that point on, your priority should be positioning. The longer you stay in one area, the greater the chance another squad hears your footsteps or remembers where your gunshots came from. In PUBG Mobile, good positioning wins far more games than having the perfect grip or extended magazine. Know when enough loot is enough. Tip number 8, use grenades before pushing. A lot of players save grenades only for getting eliminations. In reality, their biggest value is creating pressure. If an enemy is hiding behind a rock or inside a small room, throw a grenade before you push. Even if it doesn't knock them, they'll usually be forced to move, and moving enemies are much easier to hit than enemies comfortably holding cover. Grenades can also interrupt revives and stop enemies from healing. And don't underestimate smoke grenades either. A well-placed smoke can completely change a fight by giving your team a safe revive or allowing everyone to rotate without being exposed. Professional players rely on utility because it creates advantages before the shooting even starts. Tip number 9, keep checking your surroundings. Tunnel vision gets more players eliminated than bad aim. It's easy to focus only on the enemy directly in front of you, but PUBG Mobile is rarely just one fight. While you're spraying one squad, another team could already be taking position behind you, watching from a rooftop, or holding high ground nearby. Keep moving your camera and constantly scan your surroundings. Check hills, windows, rooftops, compounds, open fields, and parked vehicles. Pay attention to distant gunfire and keep an eye on the kill feed because it gives valuable information about where fights are happening and which weapons are being used. The more information you gather, the better your decisions become. Tip number 10, play for survival and control the circle. Many players hear gunshots and immediately chase them because they're looking for more eliminations. Experienced players think differently. Instead of chasing every fight, they focus on reaching strong positions before everyone else. Whenever possible, rotate early into the next safe zone and secure high ground, compounds, ridges, or solid cover. If you rotate too late, you'll often be forced to cross open ground while multiple teams are already waiting inside the zone. At that point, even perfect aim may not save you. Good positioning allows you to control fights instead of constantly reacting to them. Sometimes avoiding one unnecessary fight gives you a much better chance of winning the entire match. At the end of the day, the team with the best position usually has the easiest path to the chicken dinner. So guys, those were 10 PUBG Mobile tips and tricks that can genuinely improve your gameplay if you start applying them consistently. Remember, becoming a better player isn't about copying every professional player you watch. It's about building good habits, improving your decision making, and avoiding the mistakes that most players make every single match. Even if you improve just a little bit every day, those small improvements will eventually turn you into a much stronger player. So guys, that's all for today's video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more PUBG Mobile tips, aiming guides, movement tutorials, and practical training drills that will help you improve faster. Turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.